Week number 67. Okay, we're 67 weeks in and it's not going as, as smooth as I want it because, there are a lot of things happening in the business and, in life in general. So, what's the update? My waist is around 29 inches, maintaining around 29 inches. And the last week, I think the average of last week and today, third day of week 67, if you average the calories, it's still the at maintenance. Okay, and what you're seeing here is some Oreo cheesecake. Okay, so this is very high calories, and I want to make something, low calorie but still as delicious as this. So I call it the protein cheese gains. Okay, so I'm gonna use protein instead of using, some a lot of fat and a lot of, the carbs from the starch. I'm gonna use some protein, and then instead of butter, I'm gonna use some pumpkin. So we have it on our cookbooks actually. I can't find a low calorie, low fat cream cheese, so I might use the regular cream cheese, but we are going to make it low carb so that it can compensate on the calories. So for now, this is some pure Oreo cheesecake, and I'm getting really controlled. I did a good job controlling myself eating this, but it's not gonna last long. If you rely on willpower, it's not gonna last long. I have to eat some meals like this in order to not eating carbs anymore. And this Only Wings is not planned this week, so it really gets me to maintenance this week. Okay, so yeah, and also this meal, so we gotta do better. So training wise, week number 5 of the bench, as you can see from the blues, 3.3 pounds we added, the reds, we changed it to reds. There's an added 1 pound, 1.1 pound. This is called microplating. Okay, micro loading. Okay, micro loading actually. I just get confused with the microplates and the micro loading. Okay, so micro loading. So I'm gonna do the same reps with the same form, but this time it is 1 pound heavier. Okay, so that's 3, I think that's 4, pausing at the bottom, exploding up 5, and then look at that form, struggle a little bit, and I got it. Okay, so what will I do next week? Okay, next week I'll add from that red small blues again. Okay, another 1.65 pounds each side. Okay, and repeat the same amount of rep. Hopefully maybe lost 1 rep or 2, but I don't want to lose a rep. Okay, this is the second set. I only did 2 sets today for my my incline bench press. I don't want to accumulate a lot of volume when I'm pounding the weights. Okay, when I'm concentrating on strength gains, and the volume comes from the other movements like the pull-ups. I am doing a lot of reps. First set, 10 to 15 reps. My record here is 13 reps. Scapular retraction pull-ups, really activating that scapula before I pull, and pulling as hard as I can, and then controlling the way all the way down. And as you can see, it's been working on my back. Okay, so still the same amount of volume as as usual, and now I'm taking a little bit of smaller or fewer rest periods, shorter rest periods. Okay, so I want you to learn a lesson here. You must fail gracefully. Okay, what do I mean by that? Fail gracefully. In wanting to get strong, there will come a situation and a time that you will hit reps very close to failure. Okay, just like this, mimicking the last 3 reps of a 13 rep set, 15 rep set. Okay, resting around 5-6 seconds, and then going back again. So when you do that this way, maximum 10 seconds rest and then going again while you're fatigued, you will fail. You will have some grind reps, just like that first rep. Second rep harder, and the third rep is the hardest. But as you can see, I'm still keeping the form as graceful, as fluid, as proper as possible. I mean, it feels heavy. I'm feeling the burn, but I'm not letting it. I'm not letting the reps go out of control. So that's what you do. You rep it out, but you make every effort to do it gracefully, to do it correctly. Okay, so that's one tip that may help you on your journey, I think. Don't just do some lame reps that you just swing around. Control it. But as you can see, I'm really tired at that rep, but I still do my best to keep the control. And this is the post-workout meal: some lima beans, some pork. The pork is actually fatty, so I accounted that. So in terms of the diet, I'm getting used to. I want to get used to 1,600-1,500 calories. I know that's a lot low than my goal, and I probably lose muscle doing that. But I do that because I eat too much. When you eat too much, there's a chance that I can eat 1,600, 1,800, 1,900. So by hitting 1,500, I'm safe. Okay, this February, I decided to take a diet break. Okay, getting too stressed on the life outside fitness, and it's too much, with the dieting, because most of us don't really account dieting and training as a form of stress, really. I mean, it's not, for me, it's not true that it's a stress reliever. In reality, it is a stress. I mean, losing inches of your waist is really a challenge and a stress. So why am I doing this? Okay, why am I come to this conclusion and this decision? Before this, I hit my lowest waist, which is 28 inches, after doing a 3-week break. Okay, if you go back, 27-inch challenge, I hit my lowest waist when I was eating at maintenance, and then after that go back to the diet, and I feel refreshed, and I feel good, and I feel well rested. Stress is not that high physiologically speaking, psychologically speaking also, and I'm also mentioned before that a diet break is more of a psychological break than a physical one. So that's what I'm going to do, again, this month of February. Okay, week 1 and 2 of February, I hit, a little bit of a deficit, but not where I want it. So I guess that's a sign that, you have to back off a little bit for me in order for me to get to, my goal waist. I need to step back a little, rest a little. It's only 2 weeks. So I will restart this at March, maybe week 69. My goal is week 70, week 80. I already hit my goal. And I think this will help my goal, okay? By week 80, look, if I take a break, week 67, 68, 69, and I restart at week 70, week 70 until week 80, that's 10 weeks, and I only have 1 inch, 1.5 inch to go. Okay, that is, if I do that with a fresh start, I'm not too stressed. I'm not, I had a psychological break. I feel refreshed. I think I'm gonna be able to get it like I did before. Okay, the only challenge this week, this coming, diet break, is eating too much, which is no problem with me when when I do a diet break. I know my priorities. I know when to stop, and I still eat fairly high fiber foods and high protein foods, so it will fill me up. I drink a lot of water, so I will still do the habits when I'm dieting. That's why my experience, doing diet breaks, I tend to, not hit the target a lot because, I'm too full already. Okay, so it's just a simple psychological break, in order to put things into perspective and then go on a fresh start and then hit the goal. It worked for me before, and I think it will work now. Okay, so the goal is week 80. If I didn't get it with week 80, I'm not disappointed because, this is a journey, and I'll do my best to hit it at week 80. But, a diet break, this is a misconception about diet breaks. You're gonna indulge? No, you're not. Okay, it's little bit, one meal worth more food than your dieting phase. If you're dieting correctly, you're not eating, crazy low calorie meals, low calorie foods, low calorie days. If you're dieting correctly, 20-30% below maintenance, diet break is just adding 30% of that. What you're eating right now, add 30% or 20%. That's your maintenance. Okay, it's not that, yes, you're happy, but you cannot be too relaxed. Okay, most people, when they engage a diet break, they think, they're gonna have all these cheat days, all these, splurges. No, okay, it's just the same, if not a little bit more than your dieting days. Okay, so keep that in mind. So the best advice and the best move to do is to keep your habits. Okay, if you eat vegetables on a diet, still eat vegetables on your diet breaks. Okay, if you drink a lot of water on your diet, still drink a lot of water on your diet breaks. Okay, so diet breaks week 67, 68, probably 69. First week of March is 69. So let's see if I'm refreshed after that. And another thing I will add is, people are, being pressured by the whole summer body preparation. I'm not all about that. I don't prepare for summer. I'm not a competitor. If you're a competitor, of course, you want to stress yourself. Do that. If you do this for a living, do that. That's worth the amount of stress. But for me, the goal is to get lean, stay lean, get strong. Okay? So that's why I want to take it slow, maintain what I already achieved, which is 28, 29 inches. Most days 28.5. If I ate a lot, drink a lot of water, 29, 20, 28.8, something like that. I want to maintain that. People don't realize, again, I will say again this, I'm always saying this, maintenance in of itself is already an achievement. Okay, maintenance in of itself is already an achievement. People want to lose and lose and lose and lose and lose weight, and when they just maintain their weight, they are disappointed, which is crazy. If you look at physics, it's not really possible to always lose and lose and lose and lose and lose weight. There will come a time that you will stall. Okay, and that's okay. If you maintain that stall, that's already progress. Okay, don't be too hard on yourself, and don't be pressured by society. That you have to prepare, you have to cut for summer. Especially if you're a skinny teenager or you're skinny fat, you need to gain muscle. You need to eat up. You need sufficient protein, sufficient calories. So don't be pressured, having abs on the summer. Okay, and if you get, if you force getting abs on summer and you're not really developed, you're still gonna look crappy. It's not gonna look good, without a solid muscle base. Even in females, if you don't have the glutes now, you don't have the the muscle base, the back, basically the strength that's required. Even if you cut body fat, the shape will not be there. So, training session for today: squats, seal rows again, reintroducing again seal rows, and then some overhead pressing. So what happened in those squats? So as you can see, the warm-up is pretty fast, and it's just mobility pause reps all the time. And I now reduce my squat sets to just one set of the heaviest. So I increased from 200, the blues, 253, now to 255s. So it's 1 pound increase. So I got 8 reps, and this coming week, that's the last week 5 of that's 5 weeks of squatting, and I am able to increase my squats 3 reps. And not only that, the load added is very significant. I think it's because I'm not really losing any body fat, and sometimes that helps with leverages when you're lifting. Okay, so my goal is to maintain that all throughout. And by the way, what's interesting is the time frame. As you can see here, it's already nighttime. I didn't work out all day. Okay, I want that to be clear. Okay, I purposely skip it. I divided it because of the meetings today. It's very Mondays are very hectic. You know, I'm supposed to do this on Saturdays, but I don't have a lot of time on Saturdays and Sundays, so I gotta get a workout in today. So what I did is morning squats and then evening this, you know, and no isolation work whatsoever rather than the calf raises you see before. And I have some cleaning to do. So as you might see before, I cleaned some rug. I have to do the laundry, you know, and there's a lot of stuff going on, you know. I have household chores. I have to general clean the the kitchen, you know. So meaning we have life outside the gym. You know what I'm saying? So you can relate to this, right? So it's not an excuse not to get your workout in if you know what you're doing. The volume is the same even if you divide your workouts, you know. So that's one way of, you know, getting workouts in. You divide it, you know, one exercise morning, one exercise, two exercise evening, you know. So, and this is some post-workout meal, some eggs and some cheesecakes, you know. So it's a diet break and I'm feeling it, you know. I'm feeling the effects of the diet break. It's not that significant, you know. It's still dieting basically. So hope you like this video. I hope you learned something from this. Click our links down below on the description box. There are free courses and I suggest you buy our courses, you know, on our link tree below. Thank you guys. See you next week. Bye bye. Peace.